Hello, dear students. We are together again today with a new topic, question tags. Do you know what question tag is? I believe you've seen or you've heard it before. Now, first of all, we must know why question tag is used. In another word, why do we use question tags? Yes, let's see here. There are some explanations in Turkish. They try to explain why question tags are used. But I'll continue to talk in English. I'm trying to be clear and understandable. I believe you can understand while speaking. We use question tags, first of all, to get approval or to get confirmation. Here there are two examples. Look, you have been to London, haven't you? Mr. Brown is a dentist, isn't he? In these two sentences, we have an idea about these people, but we are not sure. Maybe we just guess. You've been to London. Maybe we just guess Mr. Brown is a dentist, but we are not sure. So, we add question tags at the ends to get approval. A second reason we use question tags, we need to get agreement. In this way, you and me, are the same position. We know something about something, but we want to get agreement. Look at these examples in my paper. First example, Sheila has been quarantined since last week, hasn't she? In this example, we know something, but we are not sure. So we need confirmation. In the second one, the main idea is coronavirus is vitally dangerous, isn't it? I know this, and I believe you know this is vitally dangerous. But here in this sentence, I need agreement, or I want to get agreement from you. Okay, the reasons are these. We use question tags for these two reasons. Here there is a table. We can see them. We can see there are some examples in question tags, right? We can see a lot of examples on question tags. Look, each examples is used in a different tense. I mean, you can find all tense examples of question text here. Look at the first example. Tom is a student, isn't he? This is present simple in to be, and the tag question, right? And the question tag, isn't he? Look, in the question tag, the auxiliary verb is. Here, is again. In the second one, it's present simple, and in the tag question, auxiliary verb is doesn't. Here in present continuous tense, helping verb is to be, are, and here in tag question, aren't. So we can make a rule to make question tags. Right, we make question tags by adding the main sentences, question form, short question form at the end of the sentence. Yes, here you can't see the auxiliary verb, but you see in present simple we don't use auxiliary verbs in affirmative sentences. We know each tense has auxiliary verbs, of course present simple. Present simple's auxiliary verbs are do and does, but in affirmative we don't use. You can see here. But while making question tags, of course, we use does for he and the negative form for question tags. Okay, and then for present continuous tense, question tag is made with are, the main sentence's auxiliary verb. Look, we change this sentence to question form, but just the short question form to make question tag. Okay, all are very easy to be understood. When you examine all the examples, you could understand easily, I believe. And here are some models, modal verbs. Can, could, should, must, and the others. At the bottom there are have to and has to and used to, but it's not seen here. You see, modal verbs are used auxiliary verbs at the same time. So we use these models as auxiliaries. Then we make question tags with the same auxiliaries at the end. Look. I can't read here. Look, beds can't see. Can they? And you couldn't finish her homework, could you? Right, the same rules are valid here. Statement means statement is negative and question tag is positive, and main statement is negative. Main statement is positive and the question tag is negative. But there is a difference with have to, has to, and used to. You can't see them here, but I'll explain, because later I will send you these notes clearly. You will see on those papers. We can say models to have, pardon, we can say models have to or has to. But while using in a question, it requires present simple auxiliary verbs. I mean, have to, has to are the verbs of present simple tense. They are used in present simple tense. But they are not auxiliary verbs, such as can, could. These are main verbs. So, while making question tags for have to, has to, we must use do or does. Do or does, the auxiliary of present simple tense. Let me write here. Here. You have to go to school, don't you? She has to work, doesn't she? Yes. And also used to. As you see in the examples, You used to play the guitar, didn't you? Used to is not an auxiliary verb. It's a main verb. And in past simple, we don't use the auxiliary verb. But you know the auxiliary verb of past simple. What is that? It's did, right? In negative sentence, you can see the auxiliary verb of past simple. You didn't use to play the guitar, did you? Okay, did you can understand about used to, right? We can say used to is a model, but in questions or in negative forms, they cannot be used as auxiliary verbs. They're main verbs. Okay. And other page. Let's open our other page. Here you can see a rule table. This is a rule table. Yeah. In the first example, I'm correct, aren't I? You can read the explanation in Turkish and okay, you can understand easily. Yeah, look. I'm correct, aren't I? This is an exception. In the other example, I'm not pale, am I? In the second one, there is no change. It's normal use. But in the first, it's an exception. Of course, are is not used for I, subject I. But here, it's an exception. With negative tag question, and the subject, for the subject I, we use aren't I? Don't forget, please. The other is the same. It's normal. Yes. Here, when the sentence, look, right? When the main sentence, excuse me, when the main sentence starts with there is, there are, of course, we don't change the subject. We edit the same. There are too many people here, aren't there? We can't change there to subject pronoun because we can't change the meaning. Right, there is, there are, refer to existence, you know. Here in this table, the mainly rule is to change the names and the nouns of the main sentence to subject pronoun. Here, for example, here in this sentence, Sheila has been quarantined since last week. Hasn't she? Hasn't she? You see, I can't use Sheila here. While making question tags, we can never use the names or the nouns in the question text. We must change them into subject pronouns. She, it, they, you, and the others. And when the subject of our affirmative main clause or negative main clause, the demonstratives such as this, that, these, those, we change them into subject pronouns again, it or they. This, that, singular, it, these, those, plural, they. And here the undefinite, you can see the undefinite community words for people, such as somebody, someone, everybody. They refer to a lot of people, more than one person. We change to they as subject pronoun. Somebody means plural, so we change it to they. We accept the meaning is plural, okay, although it's seen singular here, the meaning is plural, right? Structure is singular, but the meaning is plural, so we use plural subject pronoun instead of somebody, nobody, or anybody. Somebody's helping you, aren't they? And the indefinite community words for things. Here. Yes, here. Pardon, yeah, here. Something is wrong, isn't it? You see, we don't change singular to plural because these are used as singular again in tag questions. Something is wrong, isn't it? Nothing is perfect, is it? Look, right, they are accepted singular again. Don't forget indefinite nouns, indefinite community words for people change to plural, but indefinite words to things never change. And if there are never, no, nobody, hardly, scarcely, and little, they make statements, they make sentences negative. So in tag questions, we must use positive auxiliary verbs. Okay? You've never been to Spain, have you? There's no milk in the fridge, is there? She hardly eats anything, does she? Because hardly, no, never makes the main clause negative. They give negative meaning to the sentences. So we add positive question text. And here are the imperatives, Right, help me. Will you? Won't you? Would you? I can. Can you? Could you? That means for the positive imperative sentences, you can use will you or won't you or would you or can you as question tags. Right, it's optional. Right, it is optional. Anyone can be used, but if our main sentence is negative, don't shout. Our imperative is negative here, don't shout. We must add only will you. Okay? Only will you, only positive question tags. Here, let's order some pizza, shall we? We complete question text with shall we because it's the question form of these suggestions, right? Let's, not a regular sentence, so we have to use shall we form for the tag questions. And if our main sentence starts with our feelings, such as I think, I suppose, pardon, to be able to see the screen. Okay, here. If our main sentence starts with I think, I suppose, I don't believe, I believe, shortly starts with our feelings, we add question tags for the second main sentence. I think this is the last episode. You said this is the last episode. Last episode is the main sentence. I suppose it's true. Isn't it? It's true, isn't it? The main sentence. I don't believe she can do it by herself. Can she? I don't believe make the meaning negative. So the main sentence has a modal verb and we add the question tag with the modal verb. Okay, and let's pass the other page. Yes. Then we ask with question tags. Of course, we can wait for the answers. Maybe not always, but sometimes we can wait for the answers. Answers must be the regular. Answers in English must be the regular. And there is some as you see, there is a short answers form in English, and when we answer these questions, such as yes, I have, that means I did. That means I did the action. If we answer no, we haven't, no, I haven't, that means I didn't do the action. No, I didn't, or I haven't done the action. Okay, now please study this topic and try to do these exercises at home. I hope see you soon. Take care of yourself and stay home. Stay with music, stay with games, stay with school subjects. Stay healthy. Bye.